Welcome to Tucson. This is William Friedman, cross-country local, an expedition to go from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional transit, and crossed the 3,000 mile mark. Well, hello flying lady, how are you? Greetings from Tucson. And I have to hear that Juarez story of yours sometime. Anyway, I'm here in sunny southern Arizona. Hello. So here's how it played out. Last night, hello Pastel Goth. Last night I got into Littleton, which is a western suburb of Tucson, about 11:30. Got to my hotel a little after midnight. I had to hike about 1.5 miles. But where the Los Paisanos bus dropped me off is exactly where the SunTran system begins, and so it would have been a real easy transfer had I done it in the middle of the day to hop on the 26 local bus. Takes me to the Laos Transit Center, and then took a bus north to the Ronstadt Transit Center in downtown Tucson, and then I hopped on this rickety number 16 bus, which is taking me up to Tohono, which is by the Tucson Mall. I'll be able to get lodgings there overnight, and from there I'll be able to get on the 412, which takes me right to the spot where the Harrah's Fun Bus will pick me up, take me to Harrah's for tomorrow night. And so I got a great deal, like $50 for a hotel room, a king-size deluxe room in the tower at Harrah's. So I'll get a good meal, get a good room, maybe play some slots, and the next morning I'll take a different fun bus to the Chandler, Arizona area in the Phoenix Valley, and got lots of friends there. So I might spend a little time in and around Chandler and Gilbert before proceeding on with the cross-country local. Oh, you want to know the good deal, flying lady? Here's the good deal. This bus from the edge of the desert all the way to, from the extreme southwest part of the Tucson area to the extreme from the southeast to the extreme northwest, it's $1.50. It's $1.50. And you know how much the fun bus is going to cost me tomorrow and the next day? $0. They're going to assume I'm going to blow it on at the blackjack table. So as I said when I started out, the actual cost of getting from here to there is really inexpensive. The only time where I really got sticker shock was Cherokee Strip Transit through northern Oklahoma, where they actually charged me $1 a mile, and it came out to like $115 to get from the Kansas line to Oklahoma City. But that was like the only time that it was at all expensive. So hey, thanks for the hearts. I'm coming up on about 20,000 hearts, so keep them pumping. So one other thing about Tucson that needs to be said. First of all, this is a really good, extensive, intermodal, well sewn together transit system. I'm very, very pleasantly impressed. It's no frills. It's basic city bus ride, but it's comfortable, it's clean, it runs on time, and there's a lot of them. So good for you, Tucson. Well, it's out at well, as I did a lot of planning, flying lady, but as Muhammad Ali famously said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Mexico was not in my planning. Yeah, that's there was sometimes you just gotta go with better information as you get it, and that was the case every inch of the way along here. If it wasn't for transit geeks who had jobs as scheduling supervisors and dispatchers throughout the Midwest, I'd still be hiking up Mount Crescent in Pennsylvania. So yeah, there's some. I took a lot of input once I hit the turf, but yeah, a lot of planning went into getting on that first bus. So anyway, like I said, Tucson's got a good system, and I'm really impressed with it. What they do have is some rather narcissistic people in the news business around here. I've been doing some advance work everywhere. Everywhere I go, I've been trying to send press releases in advance that I'm going to be the first person to cross the United States using only local and regional transit. And a few newspapers and a few broadcast outlets have bid at it, and some have not. But I was really looking forward to Tucson because Stella and Guy, the evening anchors at K-Gun, the ABC affiliate here, are also on Periscope. And I figured, okay, this is great. This is a natural. First of all, this is an oddball human interest story. Secondly, it's going right through their hometown. And third of all, it wouldn't have been in mine. They'd just have stayed on I-20 to El Paso, scared of Mexico. Well, there's nothing to be scared of. And like I said, I would just be leaving Fort Stockton now if I had not done that. I've not been to Cozumel, but I've been next door in Cancun. I had a great time there. Been to Chichen Itza, been to Ensenada. And there's a patch of heaven on earth along the highway in Baja where I want to retire. I mean, I'm not much for scenery. As regular viewers know, I'm all about meeting interesting people on the road. The scenery is just something that flies by. But even I, at one point, and a younger version, a 22-year-old version of me, actually stopped his car on the side of the road, got out, and stared at this stretch of Baja like he'd never seen anything so beautiful. So I gotta tell you, Mexico doesn't scare me. Mexico entices me. And even Juarez seemed to be more of a reputation than an actual death trap. So, take it for what it is. But anyway, back to Stella and Guy, my newest ex-best friends. I was trying to, I mean, when they're doing their broadcasts at 6 and 11, they have Periscope, they each have Periscope going on their iPhones off to their sides, and they keep glancing at it, but apparently all they're glancing at is how many hearts they're getting and how many people are viewing. They're not reading any comments. I think Guy is a little. Hey, Matt Harvey. Yeah, tough break this postseason, huh? I'm sorry, I guess you're hearing all those jokes. So anyway, give a shout. You don't think I saw Porky's? I wrote Porky's. Come on. Really, Angel Beach High is my alma mater. Don't give me that Mr. Hunt thing, all right? Although it's great to know that people are still people are still watching the classics. So anyway, for the past month or so, I've been tuning in to Stella and Guy's periscopes and try and tell them, hey, I'm doing this. It's a real thing. I'm getting closer and closer. And then once I got into El Paso, I just called K-Gun's assignment desk and talked to someone there named Chelsea and told her what I was doing. And she said, okay, wow, what a great idea. Send me an email with all the facts, and I'll see if I can get one of the reporters to cover it tomorrow, being today, Monday. And so I didn't hear from them today, so I called Chelsea back on the news line, and she says, well, I haven't been able to get anyone to bite. It's a day after a 4-day weekend. Not everyone's in, and so we're a little short-handed. I might not be able to do this, but I'll ask around. So she asked around, and she said, it looks like we're going to have to pass. Okay, well, I thought that was the end of it. And then somebody named Brian Thomas or something like that calls me out of the blue and says, yeah, I'd like to cover it. And it went to my voicemail because I was getting on the bus at the time. I called him back 10 minutes later, and I spent the next hour pinging him back and forth saying, hey, you want to do this? Do you want to meet out? You know, I'm going to this transit center, then that transit center, and then the other transit center. I'm willing to wait for you, even if it takes you an hour or so to get the crew together and come out to meet me. You know, I'll wait for you. I'll meet you anywhere along the route. And then finally he says, I don't think we're going to use your stuff. And I send him back saying, okay, fine. I'm just trying to help Stella and Guy look smart by saying this is a story that only K-Gun could get, because only K-Gun is on Periscope. But, you know, it's your call. He says, well, yeah, thanks for that, but we still got to pass. We have other more important news to cover. And I texted him back saying, yeah, I bet you do. And guess what? I'm in town. I'll be watching it tonight. So I'll be reporting back after the K-Gun news and let you know what they decided to report on instead of this. So in the meantime, my name's William Friedman. This is the Cross Country Local, an expedition to go from the Atlantic to the Pacific using only local and regional transit. The first expedition of its kind. No one's even attempted this before. And gone over 3,000 miles, and I'm almost done. But you can still follow me here on Periscope. Take a second and follow me here on Periscope. Okay, now take another moment, and if you haven't followed me on Periscope, follow me on Periscope now. And if you are following me on Periscope, please invite your friends to follow Cross Country Local on Periscope. And it's Porky's revenge at this point. And you can also, probably the easiest way to keep track of the Cross Country Local is to follow the Cross Country Local community page on Facebook. And you can also follow Cross Country Local on Instagram and Twitter, hashtag XCLocal. That's X-Ray Charlie Local for Cross Country Local. And that about does it for now. I'll see you along the route, and I'll let you know what Guy and Stella thinks is more important than this. See you on the route.